Greetings, Islam, Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, and all the many words of peace throughout all the human family. I am Brother Flewellen-El, and today I'm going to decode the meaning of a proverb that many people see incorrectly. And that proverb is, the meek shall inherit the earth. I'll wait till people fill the room. I say that I am a friend of the people, and a friend of the people would clearly tell you the truth. We're going to go and use our dictionary. And if you are a biblical scholar, you will be using a Strong's Concordance. But either way, the truth will be revealed to you. This is not a religious channel. This is more about understanding and decoding words and proverbs so you understand them clearly. I know this might be off topic of XRP, but as I said before, this channel is about decoding and giving the truth to the people, because it is about the people being together and strong so that we are not injured by those who wish to impose those negative ideas and thoughts upon us. Greetings to you all. Thank you for coming out today. This particular video will not be very long, but it will be, I hope, very powerful that you understand what it really is about. Again, I repeat, the meek shall inherit the earth. I see a lot of people look at this proverb and they only look at it as you should be docile, so on and so forth. But I'm going to break it down for you so that you understand. Again, when you're using this dictionary, or any dictionary for that matter of fact, we're always looking for those things which are in the brackets. Or in this case, they have highlighted and shadowed it gray, because this is the truth. So let's go over that. When the man that you're calling Jesus, or Yahoshua ben, which is the son of, is telling the people that the meek shall inherit the earth, he obviously was not at all meek. He was standing up and speaking out against those untruths that were against the people. So he wasn't afraid by any means. So he was telling them, the meek shall inherit the earth. The meek shall inherit nothing but the earth. Because if you are meek, let's look at nature and the truth. It says, let's look at the real definition. Patient, long-suffering, or submissive, in deposition of or nature, humble. Go look up what humble really means. Spineless or spiritless. He spoke the good word and it was always about spirit. So why would you be spiritless? This is why we're in the position that we're in now, because we're not standing up. Only a few are standing up. He's telling the people to stand up or they will inherit nothing but the earth. Because if you are weak, there is a ditch over in the corner for you to be thrown in. And guess what you will turn into? You will inherit the earth. That's what he is telling you, to be strong. Period. That's what that proverb means. It doesn't mean that I'm to lay over here or the lion and the lamb lay down together. Lion is a soldier. So a soldier wants to die an honorable soldier's death, correct? So if he's lying next to the lamb just died the death because he didn't fight. Period. That's what it's telling you. It's telling you that we have to be strong, not weak. The meek will inherit nothing but the earth, because meek means weakness. We are not weak. We are strong. And there's nothing evil about being strong and standing up and fighting for what you know is right. That's what he's trying to tell you. That's what this proverb is telling you. Period. Bottom line. I hope that you are not offended by me saying this, but I'm going to teach you and tell you the truth. You can take it with your spirit, or you can take it and be meek. Let's read it again. Long-suffering. We as the people have been suffering for some time now. They impose diseases upon us. They take away our rights to live, our liberties. They even impose upon those things which are written down in the divine rights of the Constitution. They always step on us, trample us, kill us on the sides of the road, so on and so forth. That is what meek is being. Meek shall inherit nothing but the earth. That's what that means. I guarantee you, if you go to any meetings of people who have higher knowledge, or what we may call a cult, they understand exactly what it means. And I'm telling you what it means. Please go look for yourself. Go see what humble really means. No more than that she's being quite nice to you. Nice means foolish, niceus, ignorant, no science. That's what it means. And I'm just going to give it to you straight, period. It says, greetings, family. And Brother Fontes, thank you for coming out, J. Duff. But I want to share that with you. This has nothing to do with religion. This has something to do with words, because that's what that means. So if someone was to force their way into your family's home, you're going to stand up for yourself to protect yourself, correct? That's what it's telling you. Because if you were weak or meek, you would not be able to prevail. That's what it means. How could you? If you are frail and sickly, you're going to eventually probably die. And there will be the earth that you will inherit. Let's look at it for what it really, yes, you must be strong and courageous. Exactly. We must be a family that stands true. These things mean something to us, and they are for decoding. That's why it was called a proverb. Bottom line, that means that it had a meaning for you to think about, to focus on, to meditate, or to do what is called introspection. That's what this is here. Here, spiritless. I should hope that no man or woman in this room is spiritless. We're all full of spirit. We are those ones that can see what others cannot see, so we're standing up so that we are not trampled upon under someone's foot. If you check out my Twitter account, you'll see a video that I posted from another YouTuber, and shouts out to him. I don't know who he is, but you'll see it when you press the video there. It talks about a 1930s cartoon that talks about how to take over the world using influenza. From the 1930s, watch it verbatim as it tells you what they are doing to all of us. But it's up to us to be strong. Like pasta. Pasta. We can take pasta, one piece of pasta is easily broken, but together we are strong. It has to be that way. We have no other way, or we will succumb to what evils they are imposing upon us. The meek shall inherit nothing but the earth. What do you want? Do you want earth where you can be on the outside standing up on it and living? Or do you want to be a part of it where you're underneath it, decomposing? Because that's exactly what it means. And I feel that we are here to live, to prosper, to grow, to tell poetry, to paint, to sing music, to walk in the park with our beautiful children and teach them principles that they may grow up and have a better future today. That's how I'm looking at it. And I like for you to look at it the same way. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to be strong or we will be left behind. But that's what I wanted to break down for you. And then I'm going to go over probably later today. If not, it'll be very soon. We'll talk about how crypto has a correlation with our education system. Or I should say miseducation. Because the school systems of today come from the old Prussian system, where they wanted soldiers that would not move away from cannon fire. They wanted them to be fodder. So they determined through study and science, evil science, that if we teach them from youth, they won't dodge bullets. They'll continue to move forward. And so that system was adopted here by wealthy industrialists like the Rockefellers, where they wanted to build a school system. So they came up with compulsory learning, where you had better go or your parents will be imprisoned, because they wanted you to learn to shut up and quietly push the button. You can find these in documentation. It's not something I'm making up. It's the truth. That's why the majority of people have been dumbed down. They will not see that XRP is the new financial ecosystem, or at least a heavy part of it. They won't see that because they've been heavily indoctrinated. Go look up the word kindergarten and see where it comes from. See who are the creators of kindergarten. Have you ever asked yourself that before you drop your little child off, your beautiful little girl, to kindergarten? Where did this come from? And why will I be arrested if I don't put my child in school? Arrest, to abscond, to take my liberty. I thought that the Constitution made it clear that this was our birthright, because any engagement that you must make with someone else must be a contract for you to have to do it. We have the unlimited ability to contract or not. Period. If you don't know this, like Biggie Small says, if you don't know, now you know. Period. This is very important to us all. I'll look at some of the questions here. School teachers, it says, how to teach the model citizen without, no, yes, of course. They're not teaching you, they're schooling you. Indoctrination, seasoning, just like a slave. They're seasoning a person's mindset to think. Docile, that's what meek means. So I know we're not meek. We are strong. I see how well we organize and come together and help each other, because we know that if we don't, our future will be quite bleak. This year has not been a very pleasant year for myself. I've lost both my father and my uncle to freezing cold in Texas, where they lived, in the territories of Texas. But I know that those clouds that put that perfect snowflakes down that froze my family to death were seeded. They were seeded to do that with dry ice pellets, and they were shot into the clouds. You can go see this on the news. That's what killed my uncle and my father. So they must not care too much for us. And those letter agencies that are put in place after every cryptocurrency or digital asset video, you see Mr. Gary Gensler. Why is that? Because he's getting himself in position to tell us what we need to do with what we have built. Shame, shame, shame if we allow them to do that to us. I am not meek, and I know that you are not either. Let's see who else is in the room. Let's see all these people who have nothing but spirit and why they are here. So I love these kinds of videos. I love making them because I make them without fear. I am no parts meek. They know where I live. They've known where I've lived for years. They knew where I lived when I stood in the street with my fez on. They know exactly who I am because I speak the truth. Many men hide from the light, but I like to glow really bright, really, really bright, really, really bright, bright and shining and gleaming all day long. Period. I am not meek. So I don't mind teaching the people the truth. It may cost me my head, but a beautiful head it was because it told the truth. It is what it is. Let's see who else is here. It says they've done all. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to have to open this up so I can read it better. Let's see what we got here. Forgive me for having to step aside to do this for a moment. See what we got here. It says the Texas situation was murder. Of course it was. It sure was. They're murdering us now continually. They continue to do us injury. Who are they to pick and choose when we are to leave here? I thought Most High, universe, the spirit of goodness, that's what chooses for us to come and go. Who are they to tell us when we should not be here? Who are they to cut our videos off when we're speaking the truth? Or remove comments when I comment to another person? Someone wrote me and said, hey brother, you cannot leave a comment to every person because they'll flag you and may take down your videos. He's telling the truth. He's definitely telling the truth. But it's a shame that they would feel that they would have to do that. I said, maybe we're doing something good. We're doing good for all of the people. Everyone on this planet has to be here. So it's time that we act like it and start recognizing that we're all related. And if we don't act like it, some people who are inbred, who want to do us as dirty as they can be, are going to continue to do us dirty. Why should they impose anything upon us? No one should change my will. No one should change how I think or what words I choose to speak. No one should burn my books because they claim that the books are full of influenza, because that's what they're going to be after next. They want to burn the books. Paperless society, that's what that means. A bonfire of the vanities. Let's take all these books and throw them in here because they're full of the knowledge that we can't change right in front of your face. Digital things can be changed. That book is firm. I remember clearly receiving, I'm going to tell you the truth because it's the truth. They know it's the truth. I ordered a book. And it was a print-on-demand book, but I saw the original because I already owned the original. But before it came to my house, it went to the Utah Federal Bureau of Investigations. They took the time and reprinted the book to change things inside thereof because they knew I was going to speak about it to the people. And they repackaged it in a beautiful, almost like paper bag package, set it gently in the mailbox when I lived in Idaho. And when I came back the day before I left, I went to the mailbox and took it out. And when we drove across that imaginary state line, they followed us all the way down till we left. Bottom line, I'm telling you the truth. When I'm telling you these stories, I'm telling you the truth. I have nothing to lie about. If I choose to want to tell someone the answer to something that's about me, I'll give it to them. If I don't, it won't be a lie. It'll just be what it is because I am what I am. Like Popeye says, I am that I am. Period. Bottom line. Go and watch Popeye and learn about history because it's telling you the truth about history. That's just another thing. But let's see what else we have here. Yes, Fahrenheit 451. They want to burn all the books. They told you everything that they were going to do. So who is responsible for changing this? Who is responsible for it happening? We are. It is up to us to stop it. Governments have no rights that supersede those of the people. Governments have nothing to give unless they took something from the people and gave it to somebody else. Period. Government's job is to protect and secure those pre-existing rights of the people. Birthrights, Constitution fold. That Constitution, someone says it's a dead document. It's not. It was there for those people that tend to forget what the truth is. It should be bind to your heart. It should be, that's the only thing that should be branded to you is the truth. Men wear brands. Don't know who they are because Constitution fold is being violated, but now it's violating. Now the violation of Constitution is violating us all. So it's up to us as a human family to deal with it. I don't want to be under the boot heel of anybody. I'd rather stand up straight, upright with my spine because I'm not, let me go over here as it says, I am not, where is this? I am not spineless. Look at that word right there, spineless. That's what Meek means. I am not spineless. My mother gave me my spine and she gave me 2 sets of testicles that I'm going to keep. Period. That's not putting anyone else down. It's just the truth. My mother is first woman, womb man. Bottom line, let's see what we got here. Build your own liberties and pass it down to you, yes, to your lineage, your progeny, of course. It is what it is. You sanguinis, law of blood, sanguinistic. I love Latin. Latin is the language of law. It sure is. Latin is the language of truth. They call Latin a dead language. Latin is not a dead language. Just the people who the language used to belong to are just asleep. Wake up, people, please. Greetings, brother. Your great content is highly appreciated. I don't mind giving it to you. Well, I hope that I've said something here that helps us all today because we know that the blockchain is here to change many things. And like all things, there's dualities to things. And it's a double-edged sword. We can do good with it or we can be sliced by it on one end. What do we choose to do with it? We can be XRP strong because it will run the new financial ecosystem. So when people say the market is trading sideways, we have to look back at, what's his name? From Amazon. When he's sitting there, when they asked him a while ago, the owner of Amazon, they asked him, they said, back in the day, they asked him when he first came out, they were talking about how Amazon wasn't doing very well as a stock. And Bezos said, well, the price of the stock is not a reflection of my company and what is being built. We can see what is being built. They tell us every day. We can be foolish and not see it as the truth, or we can look at these times as great opportunities to grab that we may make change, that we are the new 1% that give the ideas and notions of what is to be, that men are to be respected. When I say men, I speak in both men and women, just one and the same, are to be respected. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Yes, definitely. Constitution is very powerful. And when men start to think that they are above the supreme law of the land, This is what happens to us. Sometimes you can think you're above it by being below it, by not standing upon it. No judicio standi. That means no standing in law. If no man will stand up for himself, who will stand up for you? It is up to you. So let us not be meek. M-E-E-K. Meek. Doesn't mean soft-spoken. You can be soft-spoken and still a soldier of truth. Bottom line, you can be soft-spoken. I repeat that again. You can be soft-spoken and still a soldier of truth. How shall you leave this world? What legacy shall you leave your children? What legacy shall you leave the world? If someone was to write down the words of your life, what are they to be? Did you stand on truth? Did you stand on equality? Did you stand on egalitarianism? If you don't know what those words mean, please bind them through your heart after you look them up. Find out what they are and learn to live them. I didn't say we were perfect. I'm not perfect, and I never will be. I didn't say I have not committed any ills in my time. All men make mistakes. What I'm saying is, when you learn to know better, you can do better. And it is up to us to make things how they should be. With that, I bid everyone a good day. Let us continue to be XRP, soldier and family strong.